Hello, it's me Lunar and welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at the upcoming PS4 and future Xbox One and already PC title H1z1. A battle royale game that is coming out this month in the form of a beta and to be honest is looking pretty good so far. It may not have quite the same reputation as PlayerUnknown's yet, and not Fortnite, but looking at the gameplay and the features, it seems to me that it might do well on PS4 and fill in that missing PUBG demographic. The one benefit the H1 developers do have is hindsight. They can learn from the mistakes of PlayerUnknown's and learn from Fortnite and work on adding it to its upcoming game. So I'm going to go over what we know so far about this one and look to see if it can even compete to be as big as Battlegrounds. The game was originally released on Steam as an early access title on January 15th, 2015, and in February 2016 it was announced by Daybreak that the game had been split into two separate projects with their own dedicated development teams. They were H1z1 Just Survive and H1z1 King of the Hill. King of the Hill became the Battle Royale version of the game and what is being released on PS4 this month. Now the original game, it's safe to say, didn't quite compete with Battlegrounds and now Fortnite, with it reaching around 1 million concurrent player base on PC, which is still good, but not amazing, especially when the competition is so high on PC. But the game itself had a rocky development with delays to the console version to make sure the PC version was up to a decent standard. A lot of the players have moved on from PC, but all of that hard work could potentially make the PS4 version a really big hit. After all, it does have a big sell, with the only other Battle Royale game being Fortnite, a game aimed at a much younger audience and has the annoying building options, which is one of the main reasons a lot of us don't play it. H1z1 has a big chance of being successful on console as a realistic graphic Battle Royale game. I do think it would have made much more sense to release it for both consoles so it could compete with PUBG, but it still has a big opportunity to pull over players from Xbox to PlayStation 4. That's in a big part thanks to all that hard work that went into updating the game. This year in February, H1 received an update to scoring, combat, weapons, gameplay, user interface, and even added in a new game mode, Auto Royale, which is a battle royale on wheels and adds a new fun element to the traditional gameplay. If you get bored playing regular battle royale, then you could try playing Auto Royale. The game has a bit of a Grand Theft Auto Online feel to it at times, which isn't a bad thing as that's kind of like the first battle royale of the modern era, I guess. However, I have to mention there is no guarantee that Auto Royale will be released on the PS4 game from the start. But with all the extra effort going into development and the console version delays, this can give H1 an edge over a struggling PUBG console version, which while fun is a very much work in progress and has a lot of work to do to stay relevant, especially with E3 next month, which will undoubtedly be full of new upcoming Battle Royale games, even from big AAA developers. We could see Battle Royale modes in Red Dead, Call of Duty, Battlefield, all of which could be bad news for PUBG's future. Let's talk about the console version of the game specifically. The H1z1 game will be focused on a console audience. While PUBG was a direct port of PC, even the controls, which has its issues, H1 promises some console player features. Faster games have been reimagined to our limited attention span console minds, with the average game going to last 18 minutes as opposed to 36 minutes for a full Battlegrounds game. You can see from the nice graphic the stages of gameplay they are hoping for you to see during a regular match. The first 5 minutes, close quarter combat, a lot of vehicle spawns and faster gas pacing, the gas being what kills you in the game. 5 to 10 minutes will introduce dynamic airdrops, and airdrops play more of a big role in getting better weapons and stuff than Battlegrounds does. Leveled up gear will be available in them, and that's leveled from what you can expect to find just as regular loot. A 1.4 ratio, I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I think it's saying there will be a ratio of 1.4 loot crates per player in a match. 10 to 15 minutes then, 6 new weapons and better gear drops, making the remaining players more powerful for that final fight, and the 15 to 18 minutes an action-packed finished. Quicker games means more games and less people quitting if they don't do well. You can survive and collect gear for around 30 minutes, sometimes in Battleground, and then just be killed from behind without even having to fire your weapon, and that's the kind of thing that can drive people away, and that's the kind of thing that H1z1 is trying to avoid. Other specifics for the PS4 version: console controls, hot swap looting, radial menus, natural and quick field build for a PS4 controller. That's a good promise. Whether it's true or not, we will have to wait and see for the beta, but along with 60 FPS on the PS4 Pro, if that's true, that's going to be a big blow to PlayerUnknown's. With a target audience of around 25 or higher, graphics and frame rates and stuff like that are always an important feature, so 60 FPS is a good sell if true. H1z1 releases then on the 22nd of May in closed beta, and I will link the sign up for that in the description for you guys. The game is free to play, but you can pre-order a £30 or $1 bundle that adds in an animated Mayhem AR-15, the Nemesis jacket, pants and helmet, the H1z1 parachute, power pose emote, 3 chaos crates, and a free H1z1 theme for your PlayStation Network. You can purchase that, but it's not necessary to play the game, as the game will be free. So H1z1 might not be the biggest hit on PC, but it has learned a lot from the successes and failures of both Fortnite and PUBG on console, and I really think the developers have targeted those key areas. Faster paced games, 60 FPS, console controls, free to play, more game modes, more guns, vehicles, and more mayhem. They've tried to look where PUBG is struggling and where Fortnite succeeds, and are looking to bridge the gap between the two games and overtake Battlegrounds as the top realistic graphic battle royale. The game's development on PC was very rocky and pushed many players away, but all of that work to bring the game to a high standard on PC might be the thing that makes it successful onto PS4 and eventually Xbox One. Right now, it's all talk though. Until the beta is released, we won't fully know for certain if the game will succeed and promise all the thing it says it will deliver, but it definitely has the potential there for it to overtake PUBG as the key battle royale game for that older player demographic. Well, that is about it for this video. H1z1 is a game I will of course be covering when it's out, at least for a little while, and so far there's no reason to think it won't be a big hit on PlayStation 4. I hope it is, and if for nothing more than to force Bluehole to push more resources into developing PUBG on Xbox. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. Will you be playing H1z1 as a Fortnite and PUBG replacement? And do you think it could compete or even overtake a game like PUBG, which is struggling right now to keep pace with Fortnite? Guys, I'll be back again soon with more videos, so make sure to turn notifications to get vids as soon as they are released. Also check out links on screen for more similar videos, and I will see all of you next time. Peace out.